Hello, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location. I am here once more today for us to continue with our Biafra coming and how we are going to get there, my people. We are also going to talk about Onyendu's matter, those who are behind his non-release, the injustice that Nigeria government is doing on our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will discuss that as well. As you can see on the screen, our PM, he is always urging Biafrans to try and vote, because if you don't vote, your enemy is going to grab you. So you have to take a very good and quick step to cast your vote so that you will leave the zoo. Before I continue, my people, I have to thank God, Almighty Father, merciful God. I thank you again today for giving me the opportunity to live and see this day. I pray on behalf of my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that you show him mercy. Please, Lord, show him mercy. You are the only one who can do that, to release our leader. And also extend your hand of mercy to my PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Father, Lord, please, Lord, protect all Biafrans all over the world. He say, hello, Henry, my brother. Thank you for joining. Our PM has something to tell us. Let us listen to him.
There is no other fact than that. That's what the national anthem of the Biafra said. We must defend our land or we perish. I've seen those who refuse to defend their land perishing and being annihilated within the Nigeria setup. And of course, Biafra remain the only nation that have risen up, taken it upon themselves, pick up arms to defend themselves, our women and children against the invasion of the Islamic State, against terrorist state, against a country that has been sponsoring terrorism. And of course, so anybody listening to Biafra National Anthem, to support and confirm being patriotism to the wording of that national anthem, it means you are deceiving yourself. Because it says, we must defend our land or we perish. And today, if you are not part of this government that is now defending our land, so we will not perish, you are lying and deceiving yourself. And I don't need to go into long stories. Every one of you know that whatever we do is on social media with a global village. And because the struggle and the liberation of Biafra is not a secret society. It is not something that is secret. Everything we are doing is open because we are aspiring and fighting to restore a nation. We are not fighting to become a group or become political pressure to maintain secret society, because what we are fighting for is to become a nation, to have our independent country. And in regard to that, in respect to that, you must do everything.
Yes, my people, from what our Prime Minister is saying, you will all agree with me that he's pointing finger at our self-referendum voting I have to remind our people that Biafra coming requires voting. We have to vote so that this very declaration will work in accordance with what we want. We have been shouting Biafra, Biafra, but my people, we are not going for conventional war. I know so many people who are not joining are scared. Some of them were not born during the war. Hello, my wonderful brother. Thank you so much. Good morning from there, and good morning, good evening from here. Oh, my wonderful sister Julie. Thank you for joining. Our Prime Minister just spoke about following our national, Biafra national anthem, which says, if we do not fight for our freedom, we will all perish. That is the title of this program. But I will also play you people the voice of Chinasa, what he said about Onyendu's abduction and what Nigeria can do to Onyendu. I will also play the video where his barristers were defending his position. So now the Prime Minister just spoke now about our referendum. So the voting is ongoing. Listen to our brother.
Fellow Biafrans, my name is Marvelous Arenze Chukwumakwo. As a major, not popular vote, the Biafran self-referendum voting is in progress and will be until December this year, 2024. I know you think we still have time. The time we have from then is Shitenga Runga. Not too fast we take the reason out. The Biafran Prime Minister can only do his part, which doesn't need emphasis because it is obvious. But he, Simon Ekpa, is entitled to one vote, just like every other Biafran. I respectfully urge you all, Biafrans all over the world, old and young, to participate in the ongoing Biafran self-referendum. Publicize it and assist those who need about it to demonstrate our readiness to exit Nigeria. We may be in the media or in the government, but together from Benue to Kogi, Enugu, Ebonyi, Edo, Imo, Rivers, Delta, Cross River, Anambra, Bayelsa, Abia, and Biafrans all over the world. Together,
yes, my people,
we vote to decide our future. Our vote must count. This is a new dimension.
Yes, my people, we are talking about new dimension. Yes, we are talking about new dimension. We all know that we started with voting on online, and our Prime Minister has to change to people calling and voting. Somebody called me today and was talking about the same system, but I just informed her that we are now doing by card. So the video is here, the video evidence.
We are here to vote to make sure we exit Nigeria in this time. And we are here, you can see the voters card here. Everyone have already collected the voters card. As you can see here now, you can see them with their voters card ready to cast out Nigeria from the Biafra land. And we are here today to vote to make sure the 2nd December is sacrosanct. And we are here today,
yes,
as a Biafrans. We are eager and quest to restore our nation, Biafrans. And today, we make sure Biafrans are here to vote in mass. You can see them in mass. As today, to make sure we exist in Nigeria. And also, Nigerians are killing us. The reason why we are voting Nigeria here is to go And Nigeria here are killing us. They are killing us in mass. No anything. There is starvation. Wants to talk. They don't want Biafrans to live. They disorganize all Biafra land. And are using our resources to build Nigeria. Yes. Oga, what can you tell us as today's vote?
Today's referendum of the Biafran nation is decisive. It is final. After today, we will make the final goodbye to the zoo called Nigeria.
Ndị be anyị onye nwekwana iwe na-ada afụ iru ndị a na ọ dị good ka e wee protect afa ịma na ọ na zoo kafa na-eme ife a mana adị m happy na ndị be anyị na-evotu nnọọ. This is a very wonderful thing. We are happy at least we will get a very good number because we all know that na UN anyị mesikwa this voting when we will approach them for that recognition as a nation that the whole world will know. If ga na-anya bụ the number of people, farmer na anyị dị 70 million. Mana ọ bụrụ na half of that number a vote or like 35 million or 40 million, faga simba na nye lurogo inwe our own nation because they're always supporting the zoo. So n'iru ndị a ada egosi, let it not discourage anybody. No, ndị be anyị bụ ife a. So let me play the video to continue.
That is why we have now to cast our votes for the new nation of Biafra, so that come December 2nd, 2024 is sacrosanct. There's no going back.
What are you telling us today? What are you telling us?
I am the INEC
Returning
official.
officer.
I will make sure that I return the proper result that we got from the voters of the exit of Nigeria. That we don't want Nigeria, please. I am here to recommend the
So my people, you have seen it. The very last person that spoke said that he is the officer in charge. So after voting now, he will collect the vote and they will go and count it. As you can see, there is no fighting. Nobody is going there to snatch box or do this or do that. They will write their name, their date of birth, and their state. That's all it requires. You know? So my people, we are good to go. We have to go. You can see a country that does not want peace. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being incarcerated in that country, that contraption. Somebody denounced your citizenship. He holds British citizenship. You people bought some people over to come and kidnap him. Since then, every day come to court, tomorrow go to court. Whereas they are releasing terrorists. There's a video I showed here yesterday where the boy was saying to Nigeria government, you are asking for Simon Ekpa, who is like a small bird abroad, but the big chicken within you people, which is Gumi. Let me play that video again. You are not talking about Gumi. Gumi is rearing terrorists the way they rear cattle. Gumi is there rearing terrorists, buying people in the country. But you are looking for Simon, who is abroad. So this very guy, he said it, you know. Let me see if this is the video. you will listen to him. To know that, look at him here.
Get sense, so nobody want buy for Nigeria, because anything we make una all Simon Ekpa, Nigeria go become a desert. See, no be me talk, but make una do am first. Una go understand more. Different from una the remember una the can get different name. Look in name. Simon Ekpa na different name. These two people, not reading them for the same thing. They get different operations. They get different. See, according to the Nigerian authorities, they say now Simon Ekpa they bring all the armor tanks. Every they say that the Jews for Southeast, they say now Simon Ekpa they bring and enter the country. If Nigerian authorities una they walk, how person go take pass through the desert, pass through your border, come bring tools into the country. Now Southeast they do their tools themselves. Now they bring tools, they enter Nigeria where they say France government they give una. Now they do that one. So I beg, I want to quickly appeal to the Nigerian government. Make una think twice, because this one will be say people are just in haste, una they in hurry. Many problems they for Nigeria. Kidnapping problem they there for Nigeria authority, military to solve. Killing and whatsoever they full Nigeria for una to solve. Bet where they outside una they find una leave big fowl like Gumi for us. Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader for his house for 2011 una leave for us. Next Erofai, the former Kaduna State governor, una leave Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader for his house for 2011 una leave for us. Next big fowl like Gumi for us. Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader for his house for 2011.
Did you hear it? I am purposely repeating it so that those who didn't hear will hear.
Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader 2011.
Yes, he is the vice president. He harbored Boko Haram leader that was being found. They were chasing him. The man ran to Shetima's house because he's the one that formed Boko Haram with Buhari. That's why the attack here has now affected our leaders' detention. Lies, nepotism, deception. That is Nigeria.
Una leave for us. Next Erofai, the former Kaduna State governor, una leave for us. What una they fight for? Una want fight Obi. Una want fight this. Una want fight wait till they happen. So I beg. Now me by myself do this update. Make una not turn Nigeria to desert, because very soon una go discover una will be big politicians. Una children they go start to locate where una children dey. Nigeria go so they know every country where be say una go hide una children family put. Nowhere wicked people go fit hide very soon for Nigeria. Make una take this.
Yes, very soon they will go and be chasing your children out. They will leave their own children. From our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, let me show you people what he was telling this man. The man was talking about Onyendu, and he's a senator, Senator Sani, and our PM wrote on his Twitter handle that they should act. Hello, my brother, Sonny, thank you for joining. It is from our Prime Minister's confirmed Twitter handle.
Longer,
you know,
Nnamdi Kanu will remain in prison, the more the cause he is fighting for. Longer, Nnamdi Kanu will remain in prison, the more the cause he is fighting for is being by his own detention. Tinubu is a president that came from the trenches. He is one of those who fought for democracy and freedom. And I believe believe, if not for the fact that he went to exile, he could have ended up in prison with us in the 90s. Then someone of his own stature cannot be lectured about democracy or human rights, because we are all satisfied. So my expectation is that the problem cannot be solved by keeping the leader of the struggle perpetually in prison. You don't solve the problem. You can only solve the problem if you discuss the problem.
Yes, my people. You know, when you watch videos, one thing is that you have seen people talking, say something, but the other one is to analyze it your own way, the way you understand it. You know, when this man started talking, I was thinking of something. He started talking as if the longer you keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, the sooner Biafra comes. To me, I understand he does not just that he does not want Biafra to come. Neither does he want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. But for Nnamdi Kanu to be detained continuously will make quick the coming of Biafra. So he does not want Biafra to come. Therefore, for that reason, or in an exchange, let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that Biafra will not come. On the other hand, if you look at it the way I'm looking at it, this man was there when Buhari was still alive, when they brought Onyendu back. Oh, no, Buhari died in 2017. What am I talking? I beg your pardon. Buhari died in 2017 and they cloned a man that looked like him, that they sewed that plastic rubber and gave, and his ear could not hold that rubber. You know, when COVID came, people were wearing masks. Onyendu was being interviewed by this man, the owner of Ovation. Onyendu said that they should go and see if his ear will not fall. That's why he always tie it around his neck. And that they should send children who speak Fufu Day. That man is not Buhari. That is to remind you people of when Onyendu was brought back. This man was there, this Senator Sani. He never said. All of them are now talking because the man ruling Nigeria is not a northerner. Therefore, all the southerners should come together. All this sabotage will not lead us anywhere. Because what happens to A will also happen to B. And whatever happens to A and B, obviously will stretch down to C. They don't want us. They don't like us. All they want is anything that will propel them to remain on the top, so that anywhere we move, they will go and block us there. My people, now the southerners, those who are telling you, oh, we are not Igbo, they have made a very huge reverse. Alternatively, I will say that he is correct. Because as long as they are holding Onyendu, showing him all this barbaric way of justice, the more they drag all of us together, the more they bring us together, the more people are seeing the barbarism in them and the wickedness in them. Nigeria is not habitable for any human being. That's why Onyendu called them zoo. So these two things I said now is the way I see it. Any one of you here can make comment, You can ask for a link to join me. They are talking about Onyendu's detention because they now know that detaining Onyendu is useless to them. As our Prime Minister said, it's useless to them. They don't even know what to do or what to say any longer because they know that we are now ready to leave them. The villagers, the way they are voting with speed, they want to leave Nigeria. You can see the two people interviewed here. They said, oh, my wonderful brother Owen, you are here. Yes, it is over for Nigeria. Biafra must go. My sweet mommy, thank you so much. Thank you, my dear brother. We move. Fana achụ anyị, ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na ọchụ nwa ọkụkụ nwe ngwengwe ọsọ, nwa ọkụkụ nwe ngwengwe ọsọ, onye niile na-achụ nwa ọkụkụ chụsibie ike. They are bringing us together. The harder they come, the more we unite. Now, so many states are voting, including those who say that they are not Igbos. Let me tell you, Igbo is not the only tribe in Biafra land. Biafra land has 40 whole states. But as Onyendu said, we Igbos, we are stubborn freedom fighters. Unfortunately for Onyendu, the people he had around him, they were just paying lip service to freedom fighting. As Mandela said, that if you are a freedom fighter and you are very comfortable with your oppressor, then you are compromised. Mandela further said that there are 3 places where you can find a freedom fighter. You are either in the prison, or you are in exile, or you will be lowered in your grave. So, Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, they are the DOS. Where are they? They are both in exile, but they further exiled Onyendu into the hands of the enemy. Let me play you the video, the trending video of Chinasa Nworu's confession. You will know that he is very comfortable with these people he pretended to be oppressing him. If you look at Chinasa Nworu's forehead here, just here, you will see a black dot. What is that black dot? He is a Muslim. He is working with the Fulanis. I really don't have to say that. Google his picture and look at it. That's the first thing you will see. I will not blame our leader. I will not blame him, because he came with free mind that we are all one. That he should, in his mind, he didn't tell me, but the way he selected these people randomly, he is not discriminatory. Onwere onye ọ na-achụpụ, ọ kpọrọ onye ọbụla mmadụ. So, my people, those castigating Igbos, Biafra is not about the Igbos. Biafra is for all of us in the southeast. We have southwest, the Oduduwa nation. We have north. So, let no one be deceived. These people that some of us are veering towards their direction, they will pay you at the end of the day, because they don't want to see one Igbo man living, because the fear of the Igbo man is their own beginning of knowledge and wisdom. Yes, my brother NG, Nigeria has shot themselves on the foot again. Shame to those drafting international conventions without judicial remedy. Haven't they seen what Nigeria has been doing to Biafrans? Exactly. Currently, the ICC, International Criminal Court, is saying that Netanyahu, the president of Israel, will be indicted for massacre of people of Gaza, which means that Biafrans will also indict Nigeria for 1966, 67, 1966, 67, 68, 69, 70 massacre. And they were all watching as if we are not human beings. This discrimination and racism, it is worldwide, very open. That's what they did recently. So that is going to become our own judicial precedents, as well as the recognition of Palestine. My people, let no one harbor any iota of fear. We are going home. Whatever they do to the goose will also be good for the gander. We are going home. Let me play you people the voice of the man that was fighting freedom with our own Hindu in the person of Chinasa, because he's always showing that he's a macho man with his cranky voice. They were never freedom fighters. They came to Biafra to look for money. They came to make money with Biafra. They never came to fight for Biafra. Listen to him.
And they hold him for complete 8 days before bringing him to court. I want everybody to, and they hold him for complete 8 days before bringing him to court. I want everybody to put this in his mind. They will also have.
He said that Nigeria government held Onyendu for 8 days before bringing him to court. That everybody should put this in their mind, that they also have the power to eliminate Onyendu. So let me put it a little bit back and play it again.
They were also having the power to eliminate. They had the power, even for 3 years in their custody. I'm telling people something.
Did you hear that? They have power to eliminate him. Even the power to keep him more than 3 years. I'm telling people something.
If the Nigerian government want to eliminate Mazen Nnamdi inside the custody, they will do it. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life.
Did you people hear that? He is supporting Nigeria government, telling us how powerful Nigeria government is and how long they have right and power to keep Onyendu. Yes, my brother NG said, I'm your sister. Oh, okay. My sister, thank you for correcting me. So Israel will be tried by ICC based on the provision of the Rome Statutes, because Israel is a member of Rome status. Okay, yeah. What about the genocide Nigeria committed against the Biafra? Exactly my point. That is it. So this one here ranting because he never talks gently. I don't know, whenever he's on the phone with people, the way he talks, you can hardly get everything he's saying clearly. Let me play it again, my people. Just tell me what you think about this voice.
And he holds him for complete 8 days before bringing him to court. I want everybody to put this in his mind. They were also having the power to eliminate him. They have the power. Even for 3 years in their custody. I'm telling people something. If the Nigerian government want to eliminate the kind of inside the custody, they will do it. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life.
Okay.
Did you hear that? That they have power to detain him for more than 3 years. And that there is nothing we can do. They even have power to eliminate him. The only thing we can do is to fight. And people will get tired and move on with their lives. My people, what do you think? What is in your mind? Anyone could please help me? Because when I heard this video, I could not place my hand around it. I could not. Yes, NG. The genocide is still ongoing in Biafra land by Fulani terrorists. Ezioku. Onwelu nke melu to yesterday. PM etinye na his Twitter handle. Ima because of YouTube na Facebook who they connected to this studio. Oburi ife niile ka m ga-ewepụta here bịa gosi. Ụmụ BLA bụ agụ. Our gallant men we gbuo fa gwogwo. Potesi egbefa. PM display here. The genocide is still ongoing. As I said, all these things they are doing now, I mean the ICC and UN, it will leave a precedent for us. We will make references to them when the time comes. You know that we are now operating as government in exile. Yes, my sister Julie. Look at what Chinasa nwuru, and I'm sure no court to agency in Bosia. They denied Onyendu to be represented because Onyendu's representation by Ejiofor, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, was helping Nigeria to hold us back and know everything we are doing. So, since Onyendu chọpụtara ife na-eme wee chụọ Ejiofor na Izekome, Nigeria government adro happy. Ejiofor no onwe adro happy. So Ejiofor will tell them, can deny Onyendu access to legal representation. If any mifa bukafa make obi gbowa Onyendu, ko nweba won fat attack, mano chukwa mekwe. Our prayers will not allow Onyendu to die in prison. Never. God will not allow that. Because God is with us. If not, our PM, God wouldn't have given us a man like Simon Ekpa. God wouldn't have given him to us. You know? Let me now show this Onyendu's video. You know? Because I really felt bad that Onyendu was the one representing himself. Okay, wait for.
Which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until it was produced on the 29th of June. My Lord, this was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me.
Yes, the criminals went to his house to kill him. You remember the day I showed Colonel Nwobosi. Colonel Nwobosi said that Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa, we are using them in the 60s, 1963 to be precise. You can imagine, 3 years immediately after that independence, 1963, to buy the people of Southwest and the people of TV, using the army, exactly the same trend going on now, as NG said, the same genocide. Nobody is saying anything about it. The ICC, do they live in Gaza? How did they know that genocide is committed against them? So if they knew by whatever means, that's the same means they would have used in knowing that there's genocide being committed in Biafra land. We are human beings, for crying out loud. Our own interests and our own lives matter. This is it. Because it is from Onyendu that we all started coming out as indigenous people of Biafra. Now they are fighting Onyendu, detaining him, so that Biafra will not come. Biafra is here. Is going to come by way of international application of international law. Make no mistakes. It is going to come. We thank God for Simon Ekpa and his 47 cabinet ministers who think outside the box.
What is Supreme Court saying? This is in your own of my law. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here.
Yes, unfettered access. An access can stop. Unfettered access, uncontrollable access. But they are always jumping the guns, always doing something contrary to the rule of law. A whole nation. And then they expect people like us, decent Biafrans, to keep mingling with these enemies in the name of Fulanis. Have been noticed. The House has said they should leave their land, but because they have spread all over the place.
Please, if you permit me, my lord, this is the laws of this country, the extant law of Nigeria as of today.
Poor Onyendu, poor Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria generated to this level. Ejiofor is the one, and the fact that Onyendu sacked him, Ejiofor will be there. You know, Ejiofor will be there to engineer them not to allow anybody to represent Onyendu. See Onyendu here, tell them what the law means.
The Prohibition Act says that cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I cannot in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody.
Yes, he cannot be tried in any court of law because High Court, where they have 3 qualified judges preside over Onyendu's case, they made a ruling on international law that Nigeria breached the law by going to Onyendu without making application to the court for extraditment of Onyendu as a fugitive or whatever the application would have been. Did not do that. They forcefully returned him, making Nigeria action illegal. You know, that's why the High Court said that there is no court and no exception. They did not say unless Supreme Court. They said there is no court in Nigeria that has jurisdiction over Onyendu's case based on the way he was returned. It is illegal. International law. They are signatory to those treaties and they never complied. Then High Court made a ruling 2020. Even the UN, Treaty of UN, Nigeria government is also signatory to it. They asked Nigeria government, release man, I give you 6 months. They never complied. Uncompliant, very conniving, very unprofessional, Ejiofor and the Zekome. Detaining Onyendu along with Chinasa, who cannot afford to see your face, because Onyendu will recall how everything happened. They don't want to see him. And the gullible stooges governors. Hello, Prosper. Thank you for joining. So Onyendu is here telling them the law. Yes, my sister NG said extraordinary rendition has prohibited them from trying him. Exactly. Exactly. That's it. But are there a prohibition? Are they accepting the illegality? They are not accepting that they are liable. They are not. Even their constitution, as unjust as it is, prohibited them from trying him. And the High Court made it clear to them that this is the legal position. But they are not complying. Nigeria is what they are looking for. That's it, NG. Thank you for your submissions and your comments. Please, my people, anyone who wants to join me on this studio should indicate. Please, my people, indicate and we'll send you the link. Yes, don't be sorry, Prosper. Thank you for your comment. He said, I'm sorry to say Nigeria is not a country. No, even Jonathan repeated what Babawo said. Nigeria is a mere geographical expression, and that is very correct. Nigeria is not a nation, it's not a country. It's none of the above. Where animal is ruling, or an animal is ruling human beings, is only in Nigeria. That's why Onyendu called the zoo. The zoo is a place where you keep animals, and they have sections where you keep reptiles and the whole setup. You know? So Nigeria is just, we are so unfortunate to have Hausa people welcome Fulanis during the time of Usman Dan Fodio in 18th. That's when our predicament started. They started buying our people since then till date.
Standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. Section what me? Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court by me is committed an act of terrorism. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is what delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not come back. My home was invaded. They came to kill me, and they came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into, and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world.
Yes, it's not. It's
only there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says.
No exception.
What does it say?
Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All this stand against rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all. Nigeria signed to extradite, not to rendition.
My people, you have heard it. We have a very bright man in our leader. Very intelligent, very articulate, always on point. I mean, I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of him. I belong to him. It's ours. God will always protect him and guide him. I know that God will release him in a very wonderful way. The day God will release him, his enemies will be asleep. Just like when they held Paul and Silas. And after a very long prayer and singing, caused the door to open. And the gate man that was sleeping, or the prison warder that was sleeping, he jumped up. They would have run away, and he would. That's what will happen in Onyendu. When that earthquake will come, it will carry all of them, and Onyendu will walk out majestically, like a prince that he is. His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't blame Ejiofor. He is the one causing all this. Ejiofor is always the middleman, contracting the DOS for the governors and the governors for the Fulanis. Thank you, my beautiful sister Diane. There is one thing people are forgetting about Nigeria judiciary, that they believe in money than having integrity. Exactly the point. Exactly the point. But my sister, and the rule of law, Nigeria is a lawless place where impunity is the order of the day. Exactly. You can imagine a whole legal practitioner, somebody who is properly educated and qualified, a man that you are representing, you will go to court. I mean Ejiofor. He will not come with Onyendu. Onyendu started coming out now since Ejimako, Aloy Ejimako, started representing him. But my people, make no mistake, Ejiofor is the one who told them now to deny Onyendu access to his legal reps. Ejiofor, he is the one. He has all their numbers. If somebody like Chike Doziem will have the number of the DSS, and the number of the governors, the amount that Ejiofor will have all the numbers, even the president's number. So let's listen to Mr. Aloy and what he has.
Yeah, she did. She denied, in point of fact, she denied 2 applications. One is to restore his bail, and the other.
She here is Binta Nyako. She is the corrupt.
Actually, if you won't restore his bail, then transfer him to home detention. These 2 applications were geared towards providing the environment for him to get a fair trial. It was not in sync with us. But it's very, very important to stress this. That caused this far. What led to all these problems is the refusal of the court to obey the ruling of the Supreme Court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. Into exile by the action.
You see, because as um, Nigeria, the judiciary are so corrupt, very, very corrupt. They have no judicial independence. The executives, which is the government, they are using them to do their dirty jobs. This is exactly the same thing they did during the time of P2B. Even though I'm not Peter's fan, they used 5 judges to deny Peter his right victory. So the judiciary is so corrupt in Nigeria, and they don't know that other countries are watching them. This is why if you bring any to English court from Nigeria, if you bring anything to UK from Nigeria court, they don't accept it. They don't trust Nigeria courts, and I'm sure so many other countries. How can you deny somebody bail? You will be telling him because he jumped, forgetting that you, the government, sent your military in uniform to go and kill him, and they ended up buying almost 30 Biafra boys that was defending this man and protecting him in his house. It's not as if he had an altercation with them or they met him on the road, just in his home, and you are using it now against him. That's why our PM, from the first video I played, if you don't defend yourself, you perish. According to our national Biafra national anthem, you are denied, you are refused to go to other prison, the normal or the proper, where he will get proper representation. I don't know. This is just annoying. I'm so upset.
Therefore, the ruling by the court that the judge bail shouldn't have been made. So, in ordinary, we expected that this court would have just by restoring his bail, but it didn't happen. So now the court has, that's not what it is. So we are going to look at that. We are going to go home as a legal team and ruminate over this and come out with a legal response to this anomaly. Order that is felt in our favor, but really favor in the conditions of the detention at the DSS. If you recall, they used to take documents from us. They used to listen in because everything. She made an order that the room should be changed and all that. But I think this is bad. It's not enough to guarantee that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will get a fair trial. So in the next weeks or days or whatever, before the next adjourned date, you hear from the legal team as to our next course of action. I'll say a few words as well. Thank you.
Okay, we had a...
This is it, my people. This government called Nigeria, it's a shame. It's a shame because we are all Africans. Yes, Diane, the executive judiciary in Nigeria are in APC thugs. Yes, they are thugs. That's the right word. And criminal party. Do you know? I will play here video that they are always contacting our prime minister. He said it here. Those criminals, but he doesn't want to hear from them. The Ohanese president. So my sister Diane said the evil entity called Nigeria is full of criminals and evildoers that don't care about anyone. They have no regard for law. No, anybody who massacres people, what is law to them? And if you think about it, there is Islamic law in Nigeria. There is English law. So which one do we follow? They are following Takia, which is all lies, lies, lies. They are always lying. I know people like this Chinasa, they are the reason why Onyendu is still being detained. Yes. Listen to PM now, what he said.
Okay. Iwanyanwu has been struggling to communicate us, and we are not ready to talk to him.
Okay.
So only when they have publicly acknowledged that they want to support Biafra, I will give audience to them. Apart from that, what we are doing now is to pursue the recognition of Biafra, and then also to make sure that Biafra, those world powers understand that the only legitimate representative of the Biafra people are the Biafra government in exile. That's all. That's where we are now. And the matter of day, that particular thing will start happening.
Yes. You see it? You heard it from our PM. They are always trying to communicate them, but he's not obliging them. Why would he communicate with them? Yeah. When matter comes to this type of hello is academicness. Yeah, I'm on a program. Do you want to talk to Biafra? Or the Kwana speaker?
Yes, I purposely called because of Mnk.
Okay.
Yes, case and his apparition, standing up to, to surprise the whole world, defending himself.
Yes, they denied him access to his lawyers. He was denied access to his legal reps. They are not the ones. Yes. So he has to represent himself.
Exactly. So that's why I decided to call so that also the world will hear me. What happened is this. These Janjaweed people, including the ex-colonial master, they thought that we are yet to understand how law functions. The reason why they deprived him of his legal team is that they are testing. They are trying to test his level of understanding, and he rubbished them.
Yes.
He rubbished them.
He did.
Thereby invoking the international law. At times when I say that those who didn't went to school, at times they should give away when the time comes like this time of importance. Give away to a mechanic to repair a vehicle. Give away to an agricultural scientist to make sure that he set the platform for agricultural revamp.
Yes.
Not all the time, like Chinasa. What they call him?
Chinasa.
What level of education does he have? Yes. What level of education does he have? Nothing. But if you watch him in the Radio Biafra, the defunct Radio Biafra, you'll be doing as if he is the one in charge, whereas he does not understand anything concerning law. He's just doing things under the auspices of the old Nigerian political system. If not, why should you say that without conniving with politicians, you cannot get Biafra? Who tells him that?
Yeah.
The voice of the people is the voice of God. Vox populi, vox Dei.
Yes.
And it is said expressly in Article 1, Paragraph 2 of the Charter of the United Nations, just as I also put in the African Law Charter, Article 21st, from 20 to 25, you see where they tell you that even the Nigerian law does not support extraordinary rendition, and it supports right for self-determination of the people. That is what that guides. That is what that guides. And as they deprived him, he able to defend himself. He stated Section 2, subsection 3F of the Nigerian Constitution.
He quoted it.
Amended.
Yes.
Exactly. Has been amended, makes Nigeria a terrorist or any prosecutor that is going against him because what happened, Nema Judex in Red Sewer or Nema Judex in Kausa Sewer, in the sense that you, as a subscriber to international law, cannot go and violate that international law, and at the same time you want to claim sense under that international law.
Exactly. They are signatory to it. Yes.
Exactly. So now, the illiterates, people should go to school. Illiterates are the ones that are spoiling what we have been doing.
Yes.
Because they don't know that they should a way to educate them for them to be led through. For them to be led through.
Yes.
What is going to save Nnamdi Kanu is the consistency of the Biafran people.
Yes.
In action concerning self-determination, including self-defense of Article 1, Paragraph 3 of the Charter of the United Nations. And also what that is propagated to the 5th chapter concerning the Security Council, which is to restore peace and self-defense of the people.
Yes.
Enough that it is like that. MNK cannot be saved, guided by the judicial system because they are practicing what you call state takismo plutocracy. In my own language, in my own jargon, state takis plutocracy means a system of government governed by illiterate stakeholders, by kaki men, and by church people, religious people.
Yes.
So it is time to what you call plutocracy or what you call spoiled system, which is not wanted, or mafia system. It is our war of liberation that we save Biafra. That's why the title of your exposition is very, very important. We must defend Biafra or we perish.
Yes.
As anthem. God bless you, sister.
Thank you so much. That was a very wonderful something. What do you think about, what do you say about this ICC now demanding for, what's his name, the president of Israel, saying that he is going to be, I didn't get the article very well, but they are saying that he is committing genocide against the people of Gaza and comparing it to what happened to Biafrans during 1966 to 1970 and what is still going on currently.
Yeah, like this, there are some diplomatic accords and the diplomatic statements. So don't see that as though they are supporting the other people, the people that invaded.
No, I'm not supporting anybody. Is just like what the judicial president Biafrans could use to bring action against Nigeria at the International Criminal Court for the genocide they committed against our people, and they are still committing that genocide.
Yeah. We'll still get to that point by the time we're able to command, to make all those elites of the that are making mistakes due to their ignorance. By the time we're able to make them to follow his speaking. Now, none of them will not be going against the Prime Minister or against Mnk, His Excellency.
Yes.
All of them will be under coverage of the Biafran Liberation Army. Because that is it. There is nothing they're gaining from the zoo. Every Igbo person, every person is under what we call elimination.
Yes.
Both in big wise, both in habitation, both in politics. Now, by the time we do things in such a way, all of us follow one person,
Yes.
which is righteous, who determined it, and the prime minister as the pilot. Now, we will not be having discrepancies. Now, when we want to forward the case against the Zoological Republic, we go unanimously.
Yes.
Unanimous. So that is it. But it is left for us to do it because it doesn't take thousands of persons or myriad of persons to do freedom fight. I can still remember this family of Netanyahu. I remember David Netanyahu, may his rest in perfect peace. They were the heroes of Israeli liberation. I think he was heading what you call it's like the CIA doing. Call it Movement for the Liberation of Palestine. He was heading it. He even went and rescued people from Africa 90 minutes in Entebbe. That is the insignia of this senior brother to Benjamin Netanyahu. So the Zionist movement and the movement for the liberation of Palestine. So these people organized themselves and made sure that they served their people because they knew it. They were well educated, well grounded with education. Why the daft ones say they don't want to leave Europe? They were rigmarole. The end, they were being eliminated. So everything, the ball is in the court of those that are pulling Mnk directly, that are doing what Mnk wants, which is for our total liberation. So the international community, or whatever nomenclature in the General Assembly, saying they are trying Israeli Prime Minister or to try is just a procedural rigmarole. They will not. Because they know that Palestine does not exist as a state because they refused the acceptance of the state in 1947. During that declaration time, don't they?
Thank you so much.
For the freedom of movement. So they cannot succeed in doing that, but they will be defending their interest.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. So, my people, you have heard his own contribution. When anybody wants to remember anything, please kindly rewind the video and it will play back. Let me just do the last video with this, our Prime Minister's video.
There is no other fact than that. That is what the national anthem of the Biafra said. We must defend our land or we perish. I've seen those who refuse to defend their land perishing and being annihilated within the Nigeria setup. And of course, Biafra remain the only nation that have risen up, taking it upon themselves, pick up arms to defend themselves, women and children against the invasion of the Islamic State, against the terrorist state, against a country that has been sponsoring terrorism. And of course, so anybody listening to Biafra National Anthem and you are yet to support and confirm being patriotism to the wording of that national anthem, it means you are deceiving yourself. Because it says we must defend our land or we perish. And today, if you are not part of this government that is now defending our land, so we will not perish, you are lying and deceiving yourself. And I don't need to go into long stories. Every one of you know that whatever we do is on social media because we are living in a global village. And because the struggle and the liberation of Biafra is not a secret society. It is not something that is secret. Everything we are doing is open because we are aspiring and fighting to restore a nation. We are not fighting to become a group or become political pressure group or anything secret society, because what we are fighting for is to become a nation, to have our independent country. And in regards to that, in respect to that, you must do everything.
So my people, we have all heard what everyone have got to say. This is something that we offer to do for ourselves. Fighting for our freedom is very, very important, very necessary at this time. They thought that killing people or committing massacre will put fear in us. But no, reverse is just the case. It is bringing us closer and closer. And together we have to fight for this freedom to liberate ourselves. Many countries where we are living today fought for their independence. So we are not going to be the first or the last. Let us all do what we can do by way of contributing towards this liberation, my people. I love you all whenever you come close to air your feelings, your support. It is highly appreciated. As I've always said, this platform, we don't preach hate. We don't support violence. But that does not mean that when you come to kill us, we will sit down watching you to eliminate us. No. We have to defend ourselves. Even international law and all those treaties, they contain it, human rights and all that. Every law has it that you have right to defend yourself. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he was only calling for referendum, which will enable people to say yes or no to where they want to belong. Either they want to remain as Nigerians or they want to go as Biafrans. But they denied him that very request. Now it has gone beyond what they can sensibly control, because that sense they say is a common thing. Some people don't really have this sense. They are not applying anything. They are people that you cannot, I don't know how to describe Nigeria. Unfortunately, that is where we all came from. But we have tried for so long, working very hard, tirelessly, trying to make Nigeria one. But unfortunately, this diversity is very dangerous. Instead of us being quiet every day, why don't we separate? I cannot tell anyone clearly that India used to harbor Bangladesh and Pakistan. And they went their separate ways, and they are now countries and nations, people who understand each other, and they are moving on. So Biafra will definitely come. It will come this time. God is with us. Let no one feel tired or give up or lose hope. Biafra is going to come. All we need to do is to support our Prime Minister, because he is working with the template of Onyendu in getting Biafra, which his DOS enemies in the house never allowed him to propagate. So my people, I will have to leave you. I thank you all for coming to for making comments supporting what we are doing it for ourselves. Ndị be anyị si na onye na-akwa mmadụ na-akwakwa onwe. We are all doing it individually, but collectively we are going to set foot to Biafra land by the special grace of God. So my people, I'll see you anytime I have any information. I will not hesitate to come and let you know. Even if you already know it, then we will analyze it together. How piece of information to keep working harder and harder until we get to the end, which is Biafra. 2nd of December 2024 will be a historic year for Biafrans. Thank you so much. Remember to like and share so that it goes viral. I know that anybody that will this message will learn one thing. The fact that Onyendu has to represent himself, and the other fact that our people in homeland are now voting peacefully. I thank you, Henry, Diane, NG, Julie, Owen. I thank all of you. Please, if I did not mention your name, just take it that I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. All hail Biafra, peace, progress, unity and equity, and freedom finally for Biafrans. Good night. Have a peaceful evening. Bye from here.